We must ensure that any action, if it is to be taken, is proportionate, legal and specifically designed to deter the use of chemical weapons. We must ensure any action supports and is accompanied by a renewed effort to forge a political solution and relieve humanitarian suffering in Syria. But at the same time, we must not let the spectre of previous mistakes paralyse our ability to stand up for what is right. We must not be so afraid of doing anything that we end up doing nothing.
I do not believe we should be rushed to judgment on this question on a political timetable set elsewhere. In the coming days, the government has a responsibility, building on what the Prime Minister did today, but more than what he did today, to set out its case for why the benefits of intervention and action outweigh the benefits of not acting. Now, I do not rule out supporting the Prime Minister. I just want to make this point. I do not rule out supporting the Prime Minister, but I believe he has to make a better case than he did today on this question.
The Assad regime in Damascus are watching very carefully as to whether they will get away with what they have done. If they get away with what they have done, if there is no international response of a significant kind, then we can be absolutely certain that the forces within Damascus will be successful in saying, well, we must continue to use these whenever there is a military rationale for doing so.
If we take an active part in military action, which I do not rule out, but if we do, then let us be clear that we shall be taking sides. There is no escape from that, and we shall be joining with the rebels, with all the consequences that arise from that, and not maintaining a position of neutrality.
To do nothing, let's be very clear, will be interpreted in Damascus as appeasement of a dreadful regime and of dreadful actions that it has carried out. Appeasement has never worked to further the cause of peace in the past, it will not now, and it will not in the future.
The UK government expected that we should vote for a blank cheque that would have allowed UK military action before UN weapons inspectors concluded their investigations and before their detailed evidence was provided to the United Nations or indeed members of this House. And having been misled on reasons for war in Iraq, the least the UK government could have done is provide detailed evidence, and frankly, they have not.